Hey, Luz, I heard you like spicy matches.
Absolutely, and this definitely qualifies as a spicy matchup here as we are underway for week 4 of the Swiss rounds of the Zelda Randomizer tournament, Rick.
Yeah, that's right. And what do we got here?
Well, we've got a 2-1 showdown between RandomEffekt and Ategenos, two of the veterans in the business who've been around the circuit for a very, very long time. I'm LZ Cards Fan 23, Adirondack Rick on the call with me, and as I mentioned, these two are 2-1 as we are underway in the 4th week of Swiss round play.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, there's no bracket of this tournament that you feel safe and comfortable in, but the good news here is that everybody will move on to the upcoming bracket stage. But who is it you're going to face? You probably feel a little more comfortable if you get into the 3-1 after this week, as opposed to getting yourself into the 2-2s, especially when you take a look at some of the names that possibly could be there. Wow, my goodness, what a stacked lineup we have here for the week number 4 races.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, don't forget, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rick, I believe the contestants with the highest records at the end of Swiss rounds get a bye?
That is correct. The best records will end up getting a bye in the first round. However, they don't get much of a rest. They just get to watch some of the people in the lower parts start to eliminate each other. And then they start to go ahead and play themselves at a later time or date as we're underway in this hype match between Ategenos and RandomEffekt, two runners that have been here for a long, long time.
And we start one screen above vanilla start, one screen above. Might have been a door repair penalty at start, and you always want to see that because there are 9 door repair penalties. A nice cheap bait at 48.
Yeah, then you definitely know that's going to be the cheap meat right there at 48 rupees because the shops can go plus or minus 20 rupees. So one is based off the 60 rupee price, the other one is based off the 100 rupee price, so you know that's not the expensive meat. So we do get confirmation that the next time is going to be our door repair chart, since we've now seen that a second time.
Yep, that's good. And if you want to find them when you are broke, because that's now 2 of 9 out of play. There's a potion shop right where it's supposed to be. Here's our first money hand.
Oh!
Hey, Rick, don't spend it all in one place.
Well, you'd like to see 1 rupee bombs if you end up getting a 1 rupee small secret. Ategenos can't get in there. He ends up taking a death to the Death Armo screen, or the Lake Hylia Armo screen as it would be. And RandomEffekt about to get his penny.
Absolutely. And RandomEffekt's going to have a much better chance getting into the Armo statue staircase here. But as I say that, he's down to half a heart, and Ategenos missed out on, oh, look at that medium secret. This could potentially be a poverty seed, Rick.
1 and 27 so far for our numbers. As RandomEffekt looks like he's going to be heading towards the level 3 screen just a moment. You really hope when you only get 1 in 27 that the door repair charge is very, very minor.
Right, anywhere between 15 and 25. Ategenos finding level 1. Both of them are door repair penalties, and that looked to be, what, is that 24?
23, maybe. No, 24. Yeah, he was 24. My goodness. Ouch.
Holy smokes. Yeah, this might not just be a poverty seed. I like to call this could be a deluxe poverty seed. If that large secret is, I'd say, under 100, I'm putting it in that territory. As RandomEffekt finds his first take, and he even picks up the candle. Smart move, considering that this has the great potential of being a poverty seed.
Not just that, but the fact that you can do this for routing, and this even helps out with the routing. You get the bombs right here when you need to bomb open this one spot. Ategenos, the book is our white sword item.
Very, very interesting. We'll need anywhere between 4 and 6 hearts to pick that up. Yes, it is going to give you the same hindrances that it gives you when you have the wand in hand, but more importantly, it acts as an atlas. If you get the book, you will unlock all of the maps of all 9 dungeons.
Yep, and given how some of these shapes can be, you definitely would love to have the Atlas, especially early. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see RandomEffekt get back here once he does get a few hearts into his inventory. 127 for the large secret. At least that makes up for the poverty in the other 2 secrets.
Wait just a minute here. The small secret was 1. the medium secret was 27, and the large secret, you put the two numbers together. I approve of that.
I think you have some numbers to purchase at this stage.
Absolutely. Here's we find our taking roads. One of them takes you to Recorder Lake, so we know Recorder's not going to be required to at least gain access to a level. Of course, it still could be required if we see a potential Dig Dogger block, but there you go.
All right. Ategenos needs to get into here, and this will be the end of the route no matter what. Now, that blue ring rolled down to 233.
Yeah, that potentially could be a purchase for either of these runners. And look at this, RandomEffekt going to do a retry.
Probably not going to be a purchase. Like, okay, let's talk about purchases for runners of this caliber. As we do see RandomEffekt finding our first level of the game, it is level number 6. What are the things that these runners are going to be looking to purchase that you have seen over the course of this tournament become essential buys?
Keys.
Yes.
And more keys, because if this ends up being one of these key-starved seeds where we have a lot of locked doors and not many keys for the dungeons to offer, well, there's a key right there for RandomEffekt, as Ategenos found a ladder block from a heart container. Let's talk about the heart containers here. Now, heart containers, with the exception of the coast heart, are not in the shuffle, so you're always guaranteed to see one heart on the ground in each of the 8 dungeons. But of course,
yeah. As I was about to point out, there's the fact that if you find a heart on the ground in levels 3 through 8, you know 100% unless you've already seen that coast heart, that is the dungeon heart.
That is correct. Of course, levels 1 and 2 have items that are on the ground, and we have seen double heart levels 1 and 2 before already in the tournament.
Now, you mentioned about buying keys. There are other things that runners have been purchasing in this tournament here that have become essentials. Like, for instance, arrows.
Yeah, absolutely. If we find wooden arrows and we found the bow, but we have not found the silver arrows, and we see some potential Goma blocks, yeah, you're going to see runners purchase those wooden arrows. We see it happen more often than not.
And why is that?
Well, because again, we've had levels 5. Is that the 3rd small secret already? Well, if you're going to find them now. Well,
yes.
Because there was a race I called last week where we had a bow blocked any key that was in level 5. Man. Yeah, we do have our magical sword at Candle Row that RandomEffekt just discovered. Another thing that they could purchase, although we haven't seen too many blocks of this, is the bait. And at 48 rupees, that's definitely a good price if we do come across that.
I do want to point out, though, that the big reason why that the arrows become more possibly necessary here is because of the extra boss flag that is turned on.
Yep, that's right. We have many more bosses and dungeons that you're maybe normally accustomed to seeing. Look at these prices. All of them on discounts. A 56 rupee blue candle, 70 rupees for the wooden arrows. That's a 1/8 off discount. But most importantly, that huge 75% discount on bombs, Rick.
Yeah, when you get a very low money secret or very low secrets poverty-esque type of seed, you'd like to see the bombs roll up a low price, and that's definitely going to be beneficial to both of these runners when you're able to purchase bombs for, what is that, 5 rupees?
Yeah, 5 rupees for a 4-pack. That also might be the rare shop, because we have seen another blue ring shop, but we just saw the Armos item from Ategenos, and hello, we've got the any key. So remember that thing we were talking about, purchasing keys? Forget it, not tonight.
I'm more enthralled about what's going on over in RandomEffekt as he's trying to play some defense against a Gibdo that was trying to block his access off the ladder. As Ategenos finds level 3.
Yes, indeed, level 3, and we find our map here, but we got to get through blue darknuts to pick it up. Not segmented, but the linearity. Holy smokes. That's an airplane, 100%.
I can see something different. By the way, we do find a bomb upgrade over here for 101 rupees. And
RandomEffekt's going to purchase a key, and knowing what RandomEffekt knows, you can't fault him for this play, but he's going to find out that he could have saved himself a lot of big bucks when he finds that any key. All right, and there's a door repair penalty on level 2 spot, and of course Ategenos is bankrupt, so it is the old men that are out of luck.
One of the people in chat is marking about an ice skater, and that was the first thing I was thinking of when I saw that ink blot to level 3, was something to do with ice skating. But normally you don't have your stick like that.
No, that would definitely be a 2-minute penalty there. As Ategenos finds his first take, and he'll also pick up the candle.
What are you charging me 2 minutes for?
High sticking.
Hey, it was down towards the hips.
Doesn't matter. If you're caught high sticking, that's a 2-minute minor. You keep arguing, it'll be a 5-minute major.
Nah, just give me the 10-minute misconduct now. Bye.
Okay. Meanwhile, RandomEffekt has found level 4, and we've got Uncle Wizzy's clubhouse. Ategenos finding the letter here in the overworld that was behind a burn bush spot.
I don't know, but I'll talk to you at 19 minutes in.
Okay, 19 minutes in. Sounds good to me. So we find nothing of interest behind the candle spot in Vanilla Level 8's location. Looks like we're about to find out what the ladder item on the coast is, but Ategenos first going to check out this cave, and well, you're going to have to wait a little while longer because we have found level 8. Now, there are 2 items to be had here as RandomEffekt finds level 7. Well, maybe we won't
get any of them.
Very first room to the east, we find ourselves the Chevy room. No ladder, no business. What do we have on the coast? It's the recorder, and that could be huge.
Yep, so we obviously, as you mentioned before, don't need the recorder to get into a dungeon. However, the possibility of us needing a recorder for Dig Dogger is a possibility that could grow with the extra boss flag that we have on, as we find level 9 over here in the forest.
Yep, big find there for RandomEffekt. Now he knows exact. Another door repair penalty at 0 rupees for Ategenos. RandomEffekt finding his second take any, and this time we'll pick up the heart container, giving him a 1 in 3 chance of picking up the book.
And if you're RandomEffekt, maybe you want to get a second heart container before you wind up getting that. By the way, that's vanilla.
Yes, you are absolutely correct that is indeed vanilla. The location of that second large secret that RandomEffekt picked up, you better believe it there, Rick, as Ategenos also picks up that same large secret.
Yeah, RandomEffekt's about to go over towards where level 8 is. We'll find out, hey, there might be a ladder block. Now, there is still a possibility that Ategenos was going to be able to get around it if there was a room to the south of the entrance there, which we might see from RandomEffekt. If he goes inside from the down, that will automatically open up that bomb wall.
There's Ategenos also now discovering the location of level 9 here in the forest, and RandomEffekt does get bombs from the orange gorillas. You always love to see that. They are in the bomb dropping group. Found the global counter of the 1, the 6, and the 8. Every set of enemies has 10 in the counter, so you'll see some of these runners keep that up.
So I was mentioning about RandomEffekt coming in from the south, so therefore he might have been able to see if there was a bomb wall to the south. However, coming up from the north, he took out that possibility right there, sees the ladder block. It looks like he might choose to try this bomb wall down to the south now. And nope, there is no bomb wall there, so that's it. You're done with this level 8. Come back later when you have the stepladder.
Ategenos has come back to Casino Alley and is going to go on a nice little shopping spree, purchase the wood arrows, and he'll top out his arsenal at 8 bombs maximum. Nothing doing in the casino there for RandomEffekt.
Now, I like how the script there for that room or that shop says blue light special, and 2 of the 3 items there are not only blue, but they're at a cheaper price.
Yeah, they most certainly are, as RandomEffekt found his 3rd bonus cave. He now has a 2 in 3 chance of picking up the book, if he decides to make that play. I imagine he's going to make that play, because the last thing you want to do, especially when you get to level 9, is have to play a Hyrule's favorite game show of Find the Bomb Hole. And I know why you're oohing there, Rick. We find level 1, and with level 1 being typically a key-starved dungeon, having that magical key is really going to come in handy for Ategenos, but still no wood sword, 13 minutes in, could prove to be problematic.
So level 1 is that case, as you mentioned here. It will wind up being... Ooh, is RandomEffekt going to do it? Oh, yes, he is. Gets +3 on the bomb upgrade.
That could have been worse, but certainly could have been better. Price of that is anywhere between 75 and 125 to get 2 to 6 extra bombs. Little unfortunate that it rolled to just +3, but that's better than +2 and a price of 125. Ooh, missing the 7 pin there for random, but does pick up the spare and gets a refund.
The staircase.
Yeah, that's a huge kill there for RandomEffekt. Gets the red candle.
You're not going to be too upset about getting the red candle at this stage in the run because of the fact that it is a more stable weapon than what you currently have with the blue candle and bombs. Now you can start to kill things a little bit more. Now, RandomEffekt, when he does get to level 1, will have the any key because it's up on that armor screen just to the north here of where we are. We do find our wood sword up here. Is that at the level 5 location? Yes, it is.
Yes, indeed. That's a tricky spot there for runners. We finally find it 14 minutes in. And now you talk about the red candle being a more stable weapon. Yes, because with the blue candle, you can only use it once. You want to use it again, you must go to a different screen as Ategenos finds his third bonus cave. With the red candle, you can use it as many times as you want, but you have to keep in mind only 2 shots on the screen at a time.
All right, RandomEffekt about to pick up this any key right here. There we go, and will find his way into level 1. Now, will RandomEffekt dig this level 1? Now, having a stable weapon, like for instance the red candle, might choose to to go in there, but he chooses not to do so at this point because I think at the 14-15 minute mark, he wants to get that wood sword.
Now, a question in chat, is one of the flag sets in the tourney that the wood sword is always in a cave? The answer to that question is no. If we were to see the red candle, for example, as the Armo statue item, you could see the wood sword behind a burn bush. Unfortunately, RandomEffekt took a death there to those Armos at the Lost Hills.
That is a really bad place for RandomEffekt to take a death, but I think I know exactly what RandomEffekt is up to at this point. He's going to take that 66% chance of him being able to pull that book, and while he's doing that, he'll check a couple of other things. Well, actually, no, he's already burned this for us, so this is 100%. Can I get the book at 5 hearts?
Absolutely. Here's Ategenos now in level 6, but we find ourselves a ladder block, and he is quadruple shutter doored in by those orange dart nuts. He'll have to up an A, and 5 is enough.
Yep, a pretty solid find here for RandomEffekt, so I think at this point now he's going to go back into 1. Because what this will do is give him the full map to this level 1. He won't have to bomb blindly. He will know every possibility of what this level 1 is going to do to him.
Certainly.
If he can get there.
Right. Of course, down to just a heart, he's just going to go to the fairy fountain here in the forest, refill his health, and I would imagine he is going to make a go at level 1. Ategenos does take down the Dongo, and we do find it's a segmented level 6, and there is Zelda's room.
Zelda's there, but, well, she ain't there. Her room is there.
Right, Zelda's room. So we will not see that in level 9. Maybe we won't see Ganon's room in level 9 either, as Ategenos missed the mark on that candle. That's where you need to burn, and that's just the potion shop.
As Ategenos now making his way towards Candle Row, RandomEffekt is continuing to check these open spots. Again, I think at this stage, RandomEffekt is trying to prioritize the discovery of the wood sword. You know it's going to be in an open cave because of the fact that the any key was the Armos item. Therefore, you don't need to burn anything at this point. The wood sword has to be in an open cave.
That is correct, Rick. RandomEffekt is zeroing in on it. He is going to exhaust his other options before he's going to check vanilla level 5. But here's Ategenos now at Candle Row, and he's going to pick up that teeny tiny penny, and RandomEffekt will pick up a medium secret here. So magical sword find for Ategenos. RandomEffekt finds the bomb shop and thought about making the purchase and decides to go ahead and top out his bombs with his 5 rupees. Ategenos zeroing in on the forgotten spot. Now he's in level 4. We'd seen this a little bit on RandomEffekt's side earlier.
Not a whole lot here, but Wizrobes means, yeah, you're in for a bad time if you try to use your current things without a sword. And Ategenos down to a half of a heart, so therefore it's going to have to play a little more defensive.
And unfortunately,
And these things rolled up high.
Yeah, they did. A bomb's supposed to take them down. You have Vanilla with the shuffle of plus or minus 2 HP variants. Unfortunately, they rolled to either 5 or 6. RandomEffekt, all he needs to do is a screen scroll, and he's going to get his wood sword, and he's got it.
Well, screen scroll and avoid this blue Octorok. That blue Octorok can be scary.
Oh, you hate to see it if you're a runner. You love to see it if you are watching the race. Yeah, blue Lionels in a BMOS room. That means you could have Lionels and Wizrobes in the same room. Nasty if you're a runner.
You know what else you're going to get with that?
A lot of deaths, I would imagine.
Well, the thing I was going to go with is lag.
Oh, yes. Blue Lagoons. And you don't even have to talk about Dark Nuts. Of course, Dark Nuts are in the overworld in tonight's race. But yes, a lot of lag. You think you see a lot of it in CV2 Randomizer? Well, just you wait. You see a lot of it in Zelda Randomizer if the enemy set is wrong. We find the final bonus cave on RandomEffekt side, and he's going to pick up the potion.
Oh, these things rolled up higher too, these blue Lionels. They're either 7 or 8, but they're bigger than their 6.
This is what I like to call the anti-Walmart seed. We are rolling up the prices of the enemy HP in another ladder block.
You ain't gonna see smiling faces on this seed.
No, you certainly are not going to see smiling faces. You're going to see a lot of frowns that we're not going to be able to turn upside down. And to me, that either looks like a scorpion or it looks like a mini sub.
It looks like a deformed 6.
A deformed 6. Yeah, I can see that, Rick. Yeah, RandomEffekt's going to see the ladder block coming up. There's nothing he'll be able to do in this level 4. That's going to be the benefit of having the map. RandomEffekt will know immediately that he is going to be a ladder block from any further progress.
Yeah. So they're 5 HP, the orange Wizrobes are.
It's still not something you want to see as Ategenos gets back to the spot he died in earlier and ended, of course, being a medium secret for him. So nothing else RandomEffekt can do in level 4, so it's time to go elsewhere.
Yeah, now you know that you're guaranteed ladder blocked in level 4, so you have no reason to return back to that dungeon until you do have said ladder. And now we know that level 8 is ladder blocked, level 4 is ladder blocked, so this kind of starts off to be a seed that could turn into he who gets ladder first does pretty well. Now we do find out that level 1 is a little bit wider than I'm used to for level 1s, but it does still have a couple of choice passages that you can take.
Oh, I've seen level 1 stretch through the entire 8 wide of a grid, but usually you're looking at somewhere between 13 and 15 rooms for a level 1.
Well, usually with level 1, you see something that turns out to be linear and that, as such, usually takes up a lot of your key doors. Now, of course, we don't have to worry about that with the any key being available to us as the Armos item, but nice heart container here in 1.
That may or may not be the Coast Heart container. We won't know until we find another item here in level 1. Ategenos did, by the way, find his book, was able to pick it up with his 5 hearts, then promptly found the bonus cave. So now he's found all 4 as well.
So RandomEffekt now making his way towards the southern part of this level 1. We'll be looking for, well, hi there, Pole's voice. Now, there can be a possibility of bombing over to the room to the left because most of the rooms in level 1 will always be connected to each other unless it turns out to be a reason built by old men, Zelda rooms, or corridor staircase rooms, or whatever the case might be, to prevent them from connecting to each other.
Yes, you are correct. And bad news, well, good news and bad news. The good news is they did not roll up the Pole's voices. The bad news is they did not roll down either. 10 HP.
Or 1 arrow.
Well, the only problem is we don't have the bow. Maybe it's here in level 1. And RandomEffekt, furthermore, does not have any wood arrows as we find level 7. And that is a tiny level 7, which leads me to believe that levels 8 and 9 could be mammoths.
But what would you call this level 7?
It looks like a snake. You know how small that level 7 is? I think it's about as small as you can see it. 20 rooms. That's it. Some people think it might be Trogdor. I can see Trogdor.
I can see that, yes.
And look at this.
And another ladder block, so we could only go through 6 rooms inside of this level 7.
Yeah, I believe we saw that earlier.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, hello,
Patra into another Patra.
Man, this could be one of these multi-mass Patra infestation seasons. Now, as I say that, Aquamentus says hello.
And Aquamentus did roll up a little bit, normally a 6 HP. And more Pole's voice. RandomEffekt is saying, no, I've had enough.
Well, that could be a drop, but he's hoping it's not a drop. Of course, the Patras could be a drop as well, which would not be any fun because anytime you get hit by Patra, you are losing 2 hearts, and now Ategenos in that same level 1.
And both RandomEffekt and Ategenos are very skilled competitors in this game, and they've been around for a while, and they've definitely have taken a lot of their knowledge and skill into their speed runs and also online as well. So these 2 runners, we are in for a treat with this level 1.
Aha!
Ladder in 1.
Patra guards the ladder. Huge find. And you know what's great about this, Rick? Both runners are in the same level. So unless Ategenos bails, we could have a dogfight, which you love to see.
I'd love to see that tier, especially as I was just building up both of these runners as far as their abilities are concerned. And the raft is in level 1. We also have the recorder that is now available to us. As again, that does not block a dungeon. So that now makes one piece of the puzzle that still remains on something that could block a dungeon.
Yeah, it's a possible raft block because there's a couple of levels that we have not seen yet. Levels, I believe, 2 and 5. Of course, on the other hand, we haven't checked hardly any of Death Mountain, so those 2 levels could be there also.
So there's the Triforce for RandomEffekt, and Ategenos trying to get through this level 1 the best way he can. We'll find out Patra number 1 coming up right here, and take a trip over to the left, and eventually we'll find Patra number 2 eventually, but we'll find Aquamentus. All right, so RandomEffekt is going to go check this raft location and then grab his recorder.
Yeah, he's going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. He's going to see if there's potentially a level here at this northeastern raft spot. But first he wants to see if he can maybe get a few more bombs from these blue moblins. Does get so on the last one. How about that?
Wait a second. You can carry stones in this game?
I guess so, but unfortunately, that ends up being a docking fee for RandomEffekt that'll knock him down to 18 rupees.
Closest thing I've ever seen to stones in a Zelda game is by way of using the slingshot in Ocarina of Time.
Well, that's true. As there's the recorder pickup there for RandomEffekt, and Ategenos is going to kill off this Pole's voice room that RandomEffekt did not. And there's level 8, and that is a nasty shape. It's not segmented, at least. You know what that is, Rick? Do you know what that is?
What is it?
It's 33 rooms of pure torture.
I knew I was in trouble here.
Yep, it's big trouble for these runners, but yep, that is a big, well, actually in terms of level 8 standards, it's not really all that big. But I'll tell you what though, with a 20 room level 7 and a 33 room level 8, level 9 could be mammoth.
You like that word, don't you?
Oh, I certainly do. I mean, with the new algorithm that Fred came out with, level 9 could have a wide variance of rooms. It could be under 40, but it could also be the maximum 64. And unfortunately, Ategenos dies in the ladder room. Hopefully he tries again, because if he does not, RandomEffekt could pull away.
Boom!
Oh, that is a huge find there for RandomEffekt. The silver arrows won't need to go on a wild goose chase in level 9.
That is a definite huge find right there. I don't see Ategenos not getting this find, but Ategenos does need to keep his health under check here. So, as you mentioned before, him leaving without that ladder and knowing that 2 of our levels are, actually 3 of our levels are ladder blocked at this point. is going to give RandomEffekt a massive advantage. Nice bomb force for RandomEffekt, knowing that the Moldorms are a total of 10 different segments. So if you bomb the final piece of the Moldorm, you get yourself a bomb drop, as long as you haven't taken any damage prior.
Nope, no push block. The key drop there for RandomEffekt, but he's able to bomb to the left. So he's looking for one more item here in level 8. Ategenos has not gotten the ladder yet, I don't believe.
No, he has not. Because he sustained that death and he hasn't been back to that room, so he's checking everything else at this point.
Which you certainly can't fault him for. He will, if he goes one more room to the east, he will find his raft.
Yes, he will. So there's the raft pickup here for Ategenos, which is definitely still a good find, but you need him to get this ladder. Like I said, we have 3 levels that are guaranteed ladder blocked at this stage. He needs this ladder.
Yeah, if he ends up gambling here when he picks up this Triforce, the room to the right, and he goes out of level 1, I mean, I don't want to call the race too early. You never want to call it until it's truly over, Rick, but this could be over. That's a power bracelet. Another big find that opens up 4 more spots in Hyrule, which could have a couple more of our levels. Again, 2 and 5 still large. There's the Triforce for Ategenos.
Does he go back in?
Huge
Does
decision.
he go back in? Here is the decision. This will define this middle part of this race. It doesn't define the entire race, and he is walking away from the level. So that's unfortunate for Ategenos. Again, this is not a game over yet, but it is going to give him some trouble here in this middle stretch of this race.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's always possible Ategenos could do exploration without the ladder, go to Death Mountain, find levels 2 and 5, maybe find items that could set RandomEffekt back, maybe the red ring, maybe the bow, things like that. But right now, Ategenos is not in the best spot right now. He needs that ladder ASAP.
And I do want to point out that if the power bracelet that RandomEffekt just picked up here in this level 8 leads to the bow, that is devastating news at this point in time. That will give RandomEffekt a massive advantage while Ategenos is searching things like Death Mountain, trying to hunt down some levels.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't fault Ategenos for slamming the brakes on level 1. I mean, you had a lot of Pols voices. I mean, you had Patras, but it's just unfortunate it happened to be the solution for tonight's race. Back to 3 for Ategenos.
Let's take a look at RandomEffekt. This is a Gleeok that is required to get to the southern part of this level. Ategenos looks like he's going to be purchasing this bomb upgrade. And thankfully, the end of these... Okay, he chose not to do so. Thankfully, the heads of the Gleeoks go down in 3 wood sword hits after you get the first one removed.
Yeah, that's a huge thing because I believe they normally have 6 HP. So if they went down in 3, I don't know how the algorithm works. I'm guessing it's a little bit different because, these plus or minus 2 HP works both ways for regular enemies and bosses and also Ganon. I'm wondering if the heads just have a different algorithm.
As RandomEffekt continues to search off this level 8, trying to figure out where this Triforce is. And getting some more bombs to put him at the maximum of 11 once he gets some of this room and picks up that drop.
There's just one problem for Ategenos. All right, yeah, if you can get him to the inside the sea where you're safe, that's good. But the problem is 1 hit and Ategenos is down for the count and he loses all that work. He's got 2 left to go. 1 left to go now, and there it is. Very nice.
And he's
going
to find out that this room does absolutely nothing, which is unfortunate. You spend all that time trying to take care of a difficult enemy, and you might be thinking, I got to take care of this because of the fact that I just took that debt to the Patra, and now he's going to go ahead and buy this bomb upgrade. He spent it on the Dark Nuts, and now that he's done with that, depleted with bombs, he's going to buy the upgrade. That's actually smart play.
It was a very smart play there for Ategenos. I mean, he knew he was going to get a free refill on his bombs once he made that purchase. Might as well use the bombs to take down the blue Dark Nuts. And speaking of trying to take down Dark Nuts, we've got orange Dark Nuts that RandomEffekt's going to have to deal with. How do they roll? Looks like a bomb is able to take him down, so at least they didn't roll up. They might have rolled down or they might have rolled neutral, but at least they didn't roll up. But uh-oh.
Bullseye.
Oh, yes, it is a bullseye. He doesn't get the bombs, though, because he got too much of the nose, but it's always good to take down that manhandler in one bomb.
Honestly, I think if he was going to go for the bullseye, he was going to drop the Triforce.
That's what he was hoping for, to find that Triforce and be done with this level, right? Or even the compass would have helped him, too. Instead, we have a Triforce in a Triforce room, but you're going to have to earn it. Great maneuverability there from RandomEffekt. Didn't even take a single bop. That's going to be his second Triforce.
And there we go. That is the 2 dungeons that have 2 items inside of it done for RandomEffekt. And now he's just going to complete this portion of the route. And again, he's going to be checking the Lost Hills he's going to be checking the Lost Hills Armos in just a moment. Maybe finish off this level 3 as well. As there's the red candle for Ategenos. Not necessarily what he's looking for, but we know what Ategenos needs to do, and that's get to level 1. What we need is for Ategenos to get there soon.
Well, there's the heart container. That's going to put him at 8 hearts. He's 2 hearts away from having a shot at the magical sword if he decides to make that play. And we find a Gliok here. We'll be able to bomb to the left. We don't need to take it down. Is the Triforce here on this bottom part of this wing?
Oh, nice force bomb right there.
That was a nice force bomb there. You don't see that every day.
No, there's a key right there, which means that the Triforce is in the stick.
That is correct. Yeah, if you think it is a hockey player, then yeah, it would be inside the stick. If you think it's an airplane, then it's somewhere in the back.
I think it's somebody riding a broom, honestly.
Ooh, I could see that. That's that. Now that I look at it further, that kind of does look like a witch. I can allow that. That's good, Rick.
So RandomEffekt's going to get the same news that Ategenos did in regards to this wing of level 3 not having the Triforce, but we'll get this news. Do an up and A and head over towards the stick.
All right, Ategenos now going to clear out this room. It's a bonanza of items, or a bonanza of enemies with these Wallmasters ropes and blue dart nuts and bubbles.
Oh my.
Oh my. Well, he's hoping that the blue dart nut is not the dominant enemy, and it's not. It's Wallmasters.
And that it's also not the result you want to get out of this, was the whole hi there. But there's the compass. And it is the room that RandomEffekt's in right now. Wow! RandomEffekt is getting the good decisions here.
Yeah, RandomEffekt so far, I mean, I know it's early on, Rick, but so far everything coming up RandomEffekt, but plenty of race left to go here, Rick. So now where does RandomEffekt go from here is the question. Gonna check that power bracelet spot here in the Lost Hills, kind of as you anticipated, Rick. Nothing here, but we do have money, and it's a medium secret.
So Ategenos finishing off with this level 3, as we do see RandomEffekt checking some of the power bracelet locations. We'll be checking the one at the desert in just a moment. Ategenos, stay alive. There, good.
Yeah, they rolled down to 2 HP, though, the second hits there, because it's normally 10 hits for the first head, 6 for the subsequent ones. 2 hits for subsequent heads with the wood sword. You love to see it.
No level found over here. That is one of our small secrets.
Well, you say small. I mean, it is a small, medium secret, so I'll give you that. But I think I knew what you meant, though.
No level there for RandomEffekt. He gets one of our small secrets.
Right. Well, here's Ategenos now in level 8. We had seen that.
He's not going to get any further.
Yeah, he's going to see it, and he's done.
Yeah, RandomEffekt now going over here close to start. Not a level as well.
Yeah, instead, we get the from when Harry met Sally quotation, which would normally act as either the white sword item hint or the magical sword location hint. But again, it's 100% community hints throughout the entire tournament, so these runners are on their own. So if they see any of those shops that have the price of 5, 10, 20, or 10, 30, 50, you best steer away from them.
All right, checking the raft location here to see if we have ourselves a level, and we do not.
No level here, so raft is useless tonight.
But what that does mean, Laws, is that we will have a level over at the grave push block.
Right, because we have to have at least one level guarded by either the raft spot, a power bracelet spot, or the recorder spot. Since we've seen none, it's gotta be behind the power bracelet spot next to vanilla level 6.
Yeah,
here's level 5.
Because we did find the recorder spot was one of the take any roads.
And that is a massive size level 5. That is 25 rooms. Definitely on the upper end of the spectrum here. 5 rooms bigger than level 7, might I add.
Well, what does this ink blot look like?
E.T.
I can see that.
Yeah, it kind of looks like E.T.
I can see that. All right, what do we got? High level 2.
That would be a missile silo where a rocket is about to take off, or maybe it already has.
Hey, I can see that. I was thinking a finger, but I definitely can see the missile part.
Yeah, it looks like a takeoff silo for these missiles. That's what I see, and that is nice kill of the manhandler there. The heart container for Ategenos puts him one away from a shot at the magical sword. Some people think it's a microscope. I can see that too.
Yeah, I can definitely see a microscope in this one. And Ategenos continuing through this level 5, and again, RandomEffekt's in a good solid place here in this level 2, and if he finds the bow in this level 2, I'm almost willing to put RandomEffekt in a very solid catbird seat that you call it in order to get into Triforce and Go mode.
Certainly indeed. Yeah, Ategenos right now, if you're on Team Ategenos right now, Rick, you have to hope level 5 has the bow and not level 2.
Absolutely. Or something like level 6, which we haven't seen yet.
Oh, yeah. I think we saw... There's the other bomb upgrade, but RandomEffekt is a nickel short.
Oh, don't worry. He can force a 5er.
Oh, shoot. Let's see him force a 5er out of this.
No 5er out of that.
No, let's see if he ends up getting...
Oh, Fred!
Is this even randomized, Rick?
I'm wondering if it is.
Yeah, so we know that that's not the item we need, so that at least gives a little bit of hope for Ategenos. And yeah, you're right about level 6, because we've not really seen much of level 6. We know it's segmented, and we know we were ladder blocked, or at least some kind of block. Uh-oh. Ouch. What a place for a diamond staircase, Rick. 2 blue land molas where you're losing 2 hearts every time you get bopped. Disgusting.
Is there anything about this seed that's been feeling good? This just definitely does feel like a combat-heavy seed, which is pretty solid. Oh!
Yeah.
This feels solid when you're dealing with good runners like these two, but even these two are having their struggles so far in this seed, as we just see both of these runners getting the game over screen and back to start they go.
Yeah, this is where the red candle would have come in handy for Ategenos. I don't believe if I remember, he didn't pick it up in level 3, even though we have that lit.
Well, we'll get confirmation of that when we actually do. But he does bomb in from a different direction, but the dough, oh!
That blue land mola was not falling for that trick, Rick. I must say, RandomEffekt needs to be careful that he doesn't accidentally... There you go.
Just stun it and take the invincibility frames at that point.
Now
all right, take number 3.
Reverse C. There you go. After you get it home, reverse C.
White sword. That's a decent find, because Ategenos had struggled with that Patra in level 1. That level 1 Patra guards the ladder, which is kind of blocking everything else in the seed so far. So you want to see Ategenos now take this to level 1, but he's now instead going to level 6.
Again, can't fault him. If there wasn't any ladder block in level 6, then no, this was the ladder block. That room right there.
But he's gonna go to the south.
Yeah, there might be a workaround potential.
RandomEffekt gingerly walking through this room. Gonna go back into here with Aquamentus just to reset the room. As Ategenos now traveling through this level 6, getting a little bit of progress here.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's RandomEffekt. Oh, and we have our first Dig Dogger. Potentially could be a problem for Ategenos.
You hate to see this.
But guess what? We have another problem here with that Goma, potential Goma block from the Triforce and/or item. That's the heart container of level 2 for RandomEffekt, but he is still looking for the Triforce.
Both of these runners still trying to get this Triforce at this stage inside of this level 2. And
That could be this room.
bomb to the right, so you're blocked off from 2 rooms at the very minimum by that Goma.
Yeah, you never like to see that.
So now we know we will get to find out where this Triforce is. Okay, so it's in that room of hell that RandomEffekt is going to be walking back through in just a moment after he gets back to start.
Yep. That's a 30-room level 6 that Ategenos is in right now. Yeah, this is the room that Ategenos got trapped in, this ladder block here. Did find a workaround to get past the ladder block, but look at the trolliness. Look at all of the bombs. Bombs for days, Rick.
And all you can grab is 1 extra into your arsenal.
Man, oh man, there's the nickel that RandomEffekt wishes he had to get that second bomb upgrade.
I really wish you could get that bomb upgrade, but anyways, he is going to go ahead and use his potion to stay alive, which is a great decision at this point. Never be afraid to use your potions.
Yeah, because you can always find the letter that can give you more potions. We don't know what the price is yet. Ategenos did find it. He found
Wooden boomerang in 6, and that's not what you want to see.
No, it is not.
So the ladder is probably blocking our bow. I think we've almost come to that conclusion at this point.
Yeah, you're looking at what items are left on the board here, Rick, is that levels, 5 doesn't have it. It's either in 4 or it's in 7.
And he's going to check that. Oh, 10 heart magical sword. Big upgrade.
That is humongous there, Rick. Now we're doing 4 HP of damage. That is definitely going to help Ategenos out. I mean,
now
that's
he has to get to 1. He has to get to 1. He has to get to 1.
I agree. I mean, that's the good news. The bad news is, RandomEffekt is only 2 hearts away from his own magical sword, and he's going back to 4. And we know he can't do anything.
Yeah, this is unfortunate here for Ategenos. He will get confirmation when he walks 3 rooms to the south that is a Chevy room that he's going to be dealing with. But, another death right there for Ategenos. And the other thing that you have to try to do is to not only try to get back up here, but also focus and not lose your composure.
Yeah, no question about it here. I mean, this has definitely been an order. Look at the prices. 30 for the Pepsi, 52 for the Coke, both of them on big discounts.
Yeah, their normal prices are 40 and 68, so you definitely will say hello to 30 and 52 any time of the day.
Considering the low, small, and medium secrets and the big door penalties, I would welcome that any day of the week too. But here's RandomEffekt.
Would you?
I would.
What is the most you've ever seen the price for a potion?
I believe the maximum price can be 88 for the Coke, and I believe it's 55 for the Pepsi, because I believe the price variance is plus or minus 20 on the red potion and plus or minus 15 on the blue potion.
But have you ever seen an 88?
Have I ever seen an 88? I think I have.
Nice bomb force there for random effect. Nothing's going to be up here on the mountain, which is going to give Ategenos some time, providing he gets back to level 1. And I think that's exactly where Ategenos is heading back to right now. Now, if I was Ategenos, I would consider maybe heading to the fairy fountain to fill up on your health before you go back to level 1. But this is the move that Ategenos needs to make, and needs to make it ASAP.
And now here's level 5 for random effect. Yep, back to level 1 goes Ategenos. That's important because he is now going to be able to get that ladder.
Yep, and we know that is something that he needs to get the seed going. That power bracelet in level 8, the silver arrows in level 8 as well. Never mind the fact that we know that the bow has to be actually either in level 4 or 7 at this point.
Yep, it's one or the other. And I'll tell you what, Rick, I think this would be a good opportunity to give our studio audience here a chance to win some channel points here by correctly predicting where is the bow, level 4 or level 7.
Are you really going to be putting me to work like this?
Hey, I think it's something for the audience to do here, and I think they would appreciate it.
You're putting me to work? Oh, I thought I had to do enough work being on commentary together with you.
Well, do we have another moderator in the house?
Fine, I'll put this prediction up there. You got 2 minutes. Where is the bow? Level 4 or level 7?
All right, make your predictions now here as Ategenos is about to take down the right Patrick. He gets his ladder. He's done with level 1, and he's back in the race. This is not over by any stretch of the imagination, right?
Yeah, this affected Ategenos' middle part of the game. I kind of like to break down Zelda 1 Randomizer into 3 portions of a game, like 3 periods. You have that first period where you're looking for levels, you're looking for swords, you're looking for information. Then the second part is when you start to dive into these dungeons. And then the third part is the cleanup portion of the game where you start to get yourself towards the Triforce and Go and then to defeat Ganon. We're still in that stage 2 at this point because we haven't found where the bow is.
Yeah, that is correct as we're now back into level 8 for Ategenos.
It's the right place he needs to go. It's got 2 items, so Ategenos is 100% making the best decision that he can. Now, it's only emphasized by the fact that it's even a better of a decision by the fact that it's got the answer to the problem.
See, this is where the lack of the... Well, there you go. One Dig Dogger segment is down. Random Effect will exit the room. The rest will go away, and the shutter doors will open for him.
Oh, Ategenos sucking up a fireball from the Gliok. Back to start he goes.
Yeah, that's a costly death there. You do not... If you're in Ategenos' shoes, every second counts. You cannot afford to take costly deaths like that.
And we're just down to a couple more seconds to get your channel point predictions in for where is the bow. We know it can either be in 4 or 7. Where is it?
Well, if I had to make a prediction, it is probably in, I'd say, Redbird Grad's favorite level. It's going to be in 7. There is the silvers for Ategenos.
And there's the white sword for Random Effekt. Now, I don't see, unless Random Effekt stops on his way to level 4, much of a reason for Random Effekt to check that magical sword. Ategenos needed the combat upgrade. That magical sword is what helped him get back into level 1.
Yeah, you are absolutely correct there, Rick. So this is a... If level 9 has lots and lots and lots of Wizrobes and Lionels, that could be... Yeah, probably not. It's not going to be that evil. It's probably going to be the Gorilla set. No, wait, Gorillas are in the overworld. It's going to be some tame enemy set. I don't know. Dark Nuts, probably.
Hashtag the game knows.
Of course it knows. It always does. Here is the Dig Dogger fight for Random Effekt. And again, he's going to go for the candle strats. Combined with the white sword, he's got to be careful. One hit would take him down to half a heart, but he gets a perfect fight.
Yes, he does. Gets the map. And this... I wonder if... I think this might be in the room that the Triforce was in. I don't know. No, it's not.
No.
Shows how much I was paying attention.
There's
the Triforce right there. So there's the ladder block Triforce. We knew it was ladder blocked. As Ategenos making his way through this level 8. And is about to pick up his power bracelet, which will get him access to level 2 shortly.
Yeah, most certainly will indeed. I think right now, the one thing that could get Ategenos back into this game is if he can find the bow and find it fast. As RandomEffekt does warp back to level 2. Let's see what he's got in mind in terms of his next destination.
I definitely think having the magical sword is going to be helping him out. It's just the question of how much help is it going to do for catching him back up to RandomEffekt in this race. This race is not done over with. That's why I was very, very cautious when I was saying that this was going to slow him down for that portion of the race and not be a GG at that stage.
No, you never want to call it until it's over. I mean, some people prematurely like to cut the tape because, you know, one person found the item that they need. You know, and sometimes it works that way.
Laz, we are going to be settling our point prediction real soon as RandomEffekt is in level 4.
Yes, indeed, but there is just one little bitty problem. RandomEffekt has no bombs, and unless he gets a drop from these orange whiz robes, there's always that potential he could be bomb blocked out of a room.
I think it'll be fine.
All right, we'll see if that does come into play or not. No bombs from these whiz robes here. Could get some bombs from these blue Lionels, but not even going to pursue them. He's going to try to not pursue anything if he can help it. There's a bomb drop.
You see, the Lionels are more dangerous in that room as opposed to dealing with these whiz robes. So you'll take your chances with the orange whiz robes as before you do deal with anything to do with high Lionels. So we did need one bomb in order to get to the southern portion.
Right now we're looking for a staircase because this is not going to be one of those levels that has multiple staircases. Level 4 doesn't have a transport staircase by default unless it's segmented, which it's not, so we're just trying to find the room. That's not going to be it because of that shutter door.
Yeah, just going to clear it out just in case it has a drop. I don't know if it can, but there's a clock of the night for RandomEffekt.
Yeah, that's going to take down these Poles voices lickety-split. No drop there for RandomEffekt, so he's going to keep on searching. There's that enemy combination of Wizrobes and Lionels that I wanted to see, but it was the wrong color Wizrobes. There's the blue Wizrobes, though.
You were wishing for pain?
Oh, come on. These two runners are the best in the business. They got to earn it.
I mean, you're right. But haven't these two runners suffered enough?
Didn't you see the race I called last week? Oh, this potentially could be our item here. That could be manhandler blocked. Let's see. Here's RandomEffekt trying to land the bomb, and he's missed. He's got the 7-10 split. That's what he's got. Unfortunately, he's gonna have to burn one of his potions.
He's got a drink of Coke. That's what he's got right now.
He just needs to get a couple more hits on that final pedal here, but unfortunately when it moves as quickly as it does, there we go, and it's a red herring.
Yes, indeed, it is a red herring. Does not move at all. There's the Triforce, but RandomEffekt knows that he needs to find something inside of this level 4. There's the heart container, putting him at 10, which will give him the chance at magical sword if he chooses to go for it. I don't think he's going to go for it, though.
Knowing his skill level, probably not, unless it's on his way into level 9. Because, you know, RandomEffekt has a 29-minute flat time in the vanilla game, so his combat, much like Ategenos, exceptional in the game.
We got people throwing in their hopes and dreams because they have points on the line. Now, thankfully, that's not blocking a staircase, because that would be absolutely disgusting if it was.
Why, Rick?
You fight those 6 blue Wizrobes.
Look, here's the problem. RandomEffekt's going to go ahead and pick up the Triforce here in level 4. Here's the problem with Wizrobes, Rick. Wizrobes aren't difficult because, you know, because the enemy is difficult to begin with. They're difficult because in the vanilla game, 90% of the time, they're accompanied with bubbles. The bubbles are what make Wizrobes hard.
The blue wish robes being able to teleport and move around the map, the fact that they do 2 hearts damage, the fact that if you aren't careful enough, the orange wish robes can hit you for 4 hearts with their beams. Yeah, they're dangerous.
Right. Of course, then again, when I'm playing this game vanilla, I've already got jewelry on. I'm not fighting him with just the green tunic. I get your point now, Rick. But in any event, we're still trying to find where this item is.
I think I know where this item is.
Must be behind this room past the turnstile. Boom.
Yep, there it is.
Now, the moment of truth. What do we have? Jewelry!
Ladies and gentlemen, we have jewelry, which means level 7 is going to have our bow.
That's not the item that RandomEffekt needed to be in go mode, but that is going to mean that he's got quadruple defense and he's on his way to level 6, which again is going to buy Ategenos some more time. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we also now know by process of elimination the 2 items in level 9 is going to be the wand and that Coast Heart container.
How sure are you of that?
100%. In fact, our tracker's got it marked down right now. Nochibato.
Yes, absolutely. Big shout outs to Nochibato for doing the tracking for us for this match here on SpeedGaming 4 between the 2 and 1 runners here. RandomEffekt on your left, Ategenos on your right. Long-time members of this community. Ategenos putting together the Order of the 8, which was one of the major tutorial devices that people used for both the vanilla game and for Randomizer.
Absolutely here. So RandomEffekt is going to try to get this Triforce here. Ategenos, though, in level 7 first, so he's going to get his bow.
Yes, indeed. Which can help him out in the sense that it will put him in Triforce and Go mode, but he still does need to find level 2, just out of the sake of needing to get into level 2.
Right. I mean, if he has been following the algorithm of this tournament, he has to know that it is blocked by one of those 3 devices. Since we didn't find it in the raft spot, and since Recorder Lake was occupied by Ategenos, he has to know Power Bracelet is going to unlock level 2 for him. Now he's trapped. He's going to have to see if he can bomb up, and he can.
All right, this is a possible staircase room.
And despite how small level 7 is tonight, there's still going to be a transport staircase somewhere. This could be it, or it could be his bow. It's the transport.
Of course it is. Because why would you find the item staircase when you're looking for it?
See, and this is why... and Rick, this is why you always check your transport staircases. I just have this sneaky suspicion those 2 rooms are connected.
That would be evil, Laz.
That would be evil, but it happens a lot more than you think in the Zelda Randomizer.
Yes, I know. I know.
I've been hanging around you guys for too long. 6 years of commentary will turn you into an evil person that wants to see the nastiest things happen in the rando.
Better than being turned into a newt.
That's true. Oh, nice kill there for Ategenos. 1 more hit and he would have been down for the count.
Using the ladder to give himself some invincibility areas, as we do see RandomEffekt now up to 11 hearts.
In his mind, that would be a 40% chance of the magical sword. We know that 10 hearts is the ticket tonight. But right now, Ategenos.
That means he has a 200% chance. Oh my goodness, look at those 3 rooms in the upper right. They're blocked off. So if that Manhandla is a staircase, it's the item.
Whoa. Well, here we go. Round 2. Let's see if Ategenos can land the bullseye here. Nope, not even close. Only gets the head pin. And now Troll Handler's just going to stay right there. But with that magical sword, he's going to take him down lightning fast. The block does push. Is this
it is. It is.
Yeah.
Because the other transport staircase had to take you to the 3 rooms up on the top right part of that level because it was blocked off by that shoot room.
So it was segmented in a sense that you would expect a level 5 to be segmented in the vanilla game. So even though the map doesn't show it, Rick, that's a segmented level 7, and RandomEffekt sees Lord Banana and says, all bail.
Or, by the way, level 9 in second quest.
True, indeed, as Ategenos gets his Triforce out of level 7, so that's 4 on the board. So he is in Triforce and Go mode. It's time for Ategenos to play catch-up.
Yeah, he's going to have to hurry it up, but the good news is all he's looking for are Triforces when he gets into level 2, when he gets into level 4. Now, if he does remember the rule of the overworld block, which he should at this stage in week number 4 of this tournament, that's all he has to look for, is his power bracelet spots and maybe that raft spot at Lake Hylia if he hasn't checked that already.
I mean, there is one disadvantage Ategenos might have on RandomEffekt, and that's that red ring, because with the red ring, RandomEffekt's going to be taking 1/4 of the base damage. Ategenos is going to be taking the full brunt force. If we have a Wizrobe dungeon in level 9, that could neutralize the magical sword that he's got. And of course, RandomEffekt, go ahead.
I already told you, we do not have a Wizrobe dungeon in level 9.
And why not?
Because the game knows. They just saw that Ategenos has the magical sword and just purchased the blue ring. They know that RandomEffekt has the white sword and the red ring. The game knows.
All right, if you're right about that, then I'm eating my own words, because I'm always saying the game knows. But yeah, Ategenos is going to check the power bracelet spots and find some money. Unfortunately, we know where he has to go. Is RandomEffekt did he get the Triforce out of 6? Bow blocked. It's bow blocked.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's down to that Goma. He's got to get over the other side of that level 6, so that's good news for Ategenos. Means that RandomEffekt also had to double dip that 6.
Wow, man, oh man. So yeah, it looks kind of lopsided right now, but this race is far from over, Rick, because Ategenos is going to go back to 4.
Yes, he is. Gonna just go ahead and get this Triforce. Just needs to get the Triforce, but he doesn't know where the Triforce is. However, once he finds it, he's done. He doesn't have to go back in. All right, RandomEffekt now in this level 7. At this stage, RandomEffekt knows that the bow has to be here.
Yep, and he's also going to grab that compass, so now he knows where the Triforce is. Again, we have to take down a manhandler in order to get the bow out of level 6. That would put him 1 Triforce piece away from being eligible to go into level 9.
And while these two runners are doing things that we've seen the other do, I want you to please go ahead and follow both of these runners. Fantastic runners here in the community. They've done a lot of things here, both for the community itself, and of course, they're great streamers themselves as well. And let me be honest, it's good to see these two after a while away from Zelda 1 Randomizer, to see them back in the community.
Well, absolutely. I know it's been a couple of years since we've had our last major tournament. I mean, I know we have our SG Live tournaments every year for the Zelda Randomizer, but it had been a couple of years since we've had a main tournament here with the Zelda Randomizer community. So it's great to be back, and it's also great to see high-quality runners back like RandomEffekt and Ategenos.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, Ategenos very, very busy himself. Gets the compass. That's exactly where he's going to be going to. And RandomEffekt's going to be seeing this Triforce coming up here in just a moment out of this level 7. But we'll grab it and have to come back in. We need to get the bow out of here.
Ategenos thought, just on his way, if he could find the item, that the manhandler had it. It did not. So he's going to get the Triforce. He'll bail. He is going to miss out on the red ring. But again, it's a good thing he purchased the blue ring to double his defense. So right now, Ategenos in Triforce and Go mode, it's just a matter of finding those Tringles to cut into RandomEffekt's lead.
All he needs is to get back to level 5, get that Triforce. Get into level 2, get that Triforce. He knows where both of those, he knows where 5's Triforce is. So that's just a get in and get out. Level 2, you've got 2 choices to make on what direction to go. Now, the Triforce in level 2 was not necessarily in a fun room.
No, he had to take down a Gleeok.
No, in level 2, the Triforce was in a room filled with Wizrobes and Lynels.
Oh yes, that Triforce, right.
And he is going to take the wrong direction here. RandomEffekt is going to take down this manhandler, which is a right decision. Did not get fooled by the transport staircase.
Yeah, he could have lost some more time if he would have taken that transport staircase. So now he just has to get into the staircase by doing the block clip that you would see in the vanilla speedrun. He'll pick up his bow. He's in go mode. He just needs to go back into level 6, get that Triforce, and he'll be on his way into level 9. So he's going to keep that lead. How much of a lead RandomEffekt is going to have? Well, that depends on, well, how long it takes Ategenos to get the remainder of these Triforce pieces.
So the thing here with RandomEffekt is that he will be to level 9 first, but you have an expression for level 9. You have ever since the first tournament back in 2016.
That's right, Rick. I have called level 9 the Great Equalizer, and that's been a term that the community has definitely embraced because one of the very first races I called, we had a runner, Z1R, who was taken on against Ategenos. He was about 20 minutes behind when Ategenos got into level 9. There were a couple of key blocks, and keys were very scarce in that level 9. And Z1R took down Ategenos coming all the way back, and that name of the Great Equalizer is stuck ever since, as Ategenos quickly gets his Triforce out of level 2, 5 and 6 left to go.
I like to think that, the same thing happened with regards to Z1R in level 9 in the last main tournament back in 2019 against myself in the round of 16.
Oh, yes.
Actually, round of 32 was that one, but, that definitely is a case of the Great Equalizer coming back, and, we've seen a lot of tales of a runner going in, and they've had a few minutes inside of that level 9, and it didn't matter. There's the push block staircase to get us to the other side of this level 6. And Ategenos heading up to Death Mountain. It's got the Triforce in level 5 to go. Then he's going to be joining RandomEffekt here in this 6.
Right now, this is about as close of a race as you could want between these two runners. It looked like, RandomEffekt might have run away with this, but Ategenos making up ground quickly. Part of the reason is grabbing that magical sword at 10 hearts, but this is anybody's game, Rick. I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Yeah, I mean, you could take a look at two things that happened inside of this race here. The first thing was the fact that Ategenos wound up missing out on the ladder his first trip into level 1. Took the death to the Patra. Said, nope, I'll come back later, but unfortunately found ladder block after ladder block, and the next thing you know, well, here we are. A little bit later trip there for Ategenos, gets back into level 1, and here we are. I don't think Ategenos did see the Triforce inside this level 5.
I don't think he did either. I don't think he knows where it is. He does not have the compass either. So
there's the compass for RandomEffekt.
That's pretty big.
Can't get there from here. Have to go around. Wouldn't there be something if it's a magical wall here to these 3 rooms and you had to go take a magical staircase to get there? It almost feels like that might be the case right now.
A one-off staircase into that Triforce room. Oh, that would be evil. I love it. It's probably not going to be, but I would love it if that were the case.
I think you may get your wish here, Laz. You might get your wish.
Well, let's take a look. Where does this staircase take RandomEffekt?
Right into the Triforce room.
Wow! I don't believe it. A stealth staircase to get to the Triforce room. You don't see that every day.
And there had to be a room up to the north that you could bomb into because you couldn't get there from the right-hand side. But it was a magical staircase to the Triforce.
And that means RandomEffekt is ready to go.
Yep, so that means RandomEffekt is going to level 9, and as he's heading into level 9, Laz Cards fan, he's looking for 2 things. What is it?
Yeah, those 2 things are known as the Roar and the Door. 7137.
Ew.
61 rooms. Bam! Now that's a level 9, folks, for a tournament race. So, 61 rooms.
Roar.
Oh my God, I don't even get to explain it. Here's Ganon. We need to get 7 or 8 white sword hits on him. A high roll driver will cost him 1 heart. Imagine if Link were beyond this door.
That would be absolutely astounding at this point, but you are checking that room after you're done with this. We did find a mugger here in this level 5.
Yep, but with the any key, it's going to act as a free pass, so Ategenos loses nothing but time running out. Looked like Ganon rolled down to 13 or 14 HP because 7 white hits were enough. Is this where Link is? Is it over? No.
No, it's almost over for RandomEffekt. That's definitely an up and A, but...
Well, we do get our Wizrobe level 9, by the way, but I think the game knows in a different aspect. This could be a short level 9.
Yep, so, okay, RandomEffekt is going to be going here through a few of these rooms. He's going to be looking for the shot. There it is!
Are you kidding me? A 61 room level 9 and it's just that short? Oh my goodness gracious, give me a break.
Get your GGs in the chat for RandomEffekt, the winner of this race.
Great equalizer, more like the whatever the opposite of a great equalizer is. It's over. That took RandomEffekt a minute and change. That's it.
Laz, that was an express lane.
Yes, it was an express lane indeed. That 61 rooms, you might as well have made it a 6-room level 9 for all we know. Who cares about the rest of the rooms? It is over.
Wow. Yeah, so get your GGs in the chat there for RandomEffekt finishing off this seed with a 1:12:49. And Ategenos says, GGs, I'm done.
And with that, we do have our winner, RandomEffekt, here in the commentator's booth with us. GG, congratulations. How about that level 9? 61 rooms, big deal.
Yeah, it feels great. It was...
You wish you had that level 9 every single time.
Yeah, I mean, it just led you right there. It was one of those things. You know, it made me... I was a little nervous going into 9 when I didn't see the dot done yet, because I had spent quite a bit of time in 6 and 7 and 8 that, you know, at least in 7 I knew I needed the item because I was blocked in 6. It's very weird 6. And 8, I was just really praying in 8, and it worked out in my favor that I didn't lose time as far as I know, because the Triforce was at the bottom instead of to the right. And I was worried that I was getting worried that I was like, man, I'm checking a lot of rooms down here, and if it's to the right on the entrance to 8, I'm going to lose so much time here.
Yeah, the big difference, unfortunately, for Ategenos was the fact that he was trying to slay down that Patra on level 1 that had the bow, or had the ladder rather, took the death, and that delayed it, and ran away from that level 1, grabbed the Triforce, grabbed the raft, and the problem is that the ladder blocked at least completion of 4 of the levels.
Yeah, I counted 4 and 8 and 7 needed it, and then 6 would have needed it because of 7, so yeah.
And 5 needed it because the Triforce.
Ah, okay. I couldn't even remember. At that point, I had so much stuff, I was like, I'm not blocked by anything at this... Well, I mean, besides a bow block at that point. But yeah, I wasn't really paying attention at that point. But I did write down that, 4 and 8 were ladder blocked, which is one of the reasons why I started, digging 1. Not that you want to leave items in 1 anyway, but I wasn't going to leave items in 1, knowing that, the silvers were on the coast too, that, a bow, a ladder, a red... Good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, that was the only thing that really slowed you down, was finding the bow out of level 7, and level 7 being just 20 rooms, which that's about as small as I think you can see a level 7 in shapes. But
yeah, that's made my choice stupid, because I was like, do I go to 6 or 7? I thought, oh, they're probably even. Like, no.
30 for 6, 20 for 7.
Yeah, when I saw that map in 7, I was like, oh god, I made the wrong decision.
The only main difference between the two of you as far as the equipment was concerned, you had the red ring, Ategenos purchased the blue ring. You had the white sword, Ategenos picked up the magical sword at 10.
Oh wow, I don't even think... Oh, at 10, wow. So did I even get to 10? I don't even know if I did.
You got to 12. You could have checked, but
okay.
we knew you weren't going to, because Rick and I were complimenting your combat skills and that how you're, a 29 flat runner in the vanilla game. I'm like, Rick says there's no way he's going to go after the magical sword. I'm like, I agree with you.
It was more of the case that, the seed is starting to roll along, and as you were mentioning, you were starting to feel like you're about ready to see a dot done from Ategenos doing what you're up against. You didn't have time to go out of the way to get the magical sword, because you felt like the time spent getting it wasn't going to pay out.
It's possible. I mean, I was, once I got done with level 6, I was 2 screens away from it. So I honestly, I didn't even think about it, to be honest. Like, if I would have thought about it, I probably would have gone up and gotten it. Because it can save a lot of time in combat in 9.
Well,
normally if you have to go through a lot of rooms at level 9, but when you have to go only through 7 of them.
Normally.
Level 9 had the ingredients to be a nasty level 9. The 61 rooms, the Wizrobe set, and of course the game decides to be nice.
Honestly, if I would have been thinking, I probably would have gone and gotten it. But at that point, you're right. I was kind of expecting to see a dot done. I had the white sword, so it wasn't even on my mind. Like, once I get the white sword, I usually don't even think about the magical sword anymore, unless it's like literally on my way, or I find it and I stumble onto it and I was like, oh, I can check it. No, I don't even think about it at that point.
So you do get up to 3-1. Obviously, there is no easy bracket in this tournament as far as whether you're 4-0, 3-1, 2-2, 1-2, or so forth, or whatever the case might be, or 1-3 and 0-4.
Right.
There's no easy bracket in this tournament. But how does this make you feel getting to 3-1 in this tournament?
It's pretty good. I'd like to get up to like it. I mean, can't get up to 6-0 anymore. But getting up to like a 5-1 or a 4-2 would be a lot better, I think, than sitting at a 3-3 going into the brackets. Right? We're having 6 rounds before brackets. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, I definitely want to get above 500 going into there and get a better seeding that way. So I'll just, do what I can. It is a stacked field. Everybody gets better and better every year.
No question about it. I mean, you go into 3-1, put you one step closer to that first round bye.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice. I'm looking forward to it, and just glad to be playing some Zelda in a tournament again. I don't really care who I face, or don't have any predictions or anything like that. I like the game. I want to play
as long as you're having fun with it.
Yeah, give me that 9. I'll have fun.
All right. Yeah, well, definitely if you're having that 9, you're going to have some fun. But any other thoughts as you now sit back and enjoy the rest of the week number 4 matches?
No, not really. I'll try to catch in for all the racing this week. It kind of feels weird to like play a race so early. Just our agent in our schedules, just kind of, we were trying to find something else. And I was like, we can't find anything else this week. We got to do it today.
Yeah, that's how I felt last week when I had my race at 3:00 on a Sunday afternoon on the first day of the week. Like, what do I do for the rest of the week now?
Enjoy some good matches, some good commentary.
Yes, indeed. We do have another good match coming up here at the top of the hour. The match is going to be over on SpeedGaming, and that features the 3-0 bracket between Fury SK and Shaddy. That will be called by expert commentators Redbird Grad and Jess Andy.
Nice.
Once again, that's going to be at the top of the hour over on SpeedGaming. Then we have a bunch of matches for tomorrow night, including El Soa, It's a Starman, Cafe JD, who's been one of the surprises in the tournament at the 3-0 bracket, against Captain Green 7, Dr. J PhD versus Potato Pony, Panzer Day versus Big Slam Moo. That's coming up tomorrow, and then some more great matches coming up on Tuesday night as well. You can do exclamation point schedule, find out more information about the tournament. But Laz, what match on here that you're looking through, that you're scrolling through, what match are you most hyped for?
Now, are you talking about tomorrow or just for the week? Because I'm going to do both. For the ones tomorrow, the one that definitely intrigues me is Cafe JD versus Captain Green 7. You're absolutely right, because Cafe JD is the new kid around the block here of the Zelda Randomizer, and he is 3-0 in the Swiss rounds. But he's going to have a real test tomorrow night against Captain Green 7. If he wins or puts up a very solid showing against Captain Green 7, he very well might be the next RC drone. That's going to be the one I'm going to be watching out for tomorrow. But in terms of all the races this week, man, oh man, you look at all of these matchups here. I'm looking at this JSR and Dig Shake race right here.
And they're 1-2.
They're 1-2. One of those two runners is going to be 1-3 when the dust clears. It's hard to believe. I mean, JSR has been around for a very long time, and he's placed very, very well in these Zelda randomizer tournaments in the past. And Dig Shake is no slouch at the Zelda randomizer either. The fact that both of these runners are 1 and 2 just goes to show the kind of talent we have, not in the tournament, but it also goes back to what I've been saying for years, Rick, is that Zelda randomizer doesn't care who you are.
Yeah.
Anybody can win any race at any given time. Now, the other race that I was looking at is Sidetown versus J.M. Eveler. We know about J.M. Eveler winning the second tournament, the random percent, and coming in the runner-up in the 2016 tournament. And then you have Sidetown, who burst onto the scene not all that long ago, was the runner-up to RC Drone just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I expect to see a lot of fireworks in that
one. The game I'm actually looking forward to?
Yeah, which one?
You have to get up early to see this one. 7 a.m. this Saturday, 7 o'clock Eastern, that is. Jay Coper, King Doll.
Oh, yes. Trogdor versus Hockey. Oh, that is going to be a great matchup. I hope to be up for that one, but I probably won't be. But
7 a.m. on Saturday morning. That's Eastern time, of course. So let's get on out of here. Next match coming up in 35 minutes from now over on Speed Gaming. Big shout outs to Natibeto for doing the tracking for us. And go ahead, do exclamation point schedule or exclamation point Z1R 2022 to keep up with everything that's going on with the tournament. And we'll see you next time here for more great Zelda 1.
Absolutely. For our two
randomizer action here on the Speed Gaming. Yep, go ahead.
All right, so for our two runners tonight, RandomEffekt and Ategenos, again, please make sure you give them both a follow. For our tracker, Nochibato, and for my commentator partner, Adirondack Rick, this is LOZ Cards Fan 23 signing off. We will see you again in about 35 minutes on the main Speed Gaming channel for Fury SK and Shaddy. Good night.